Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, Team Walters, that is. Richard here. So today what are we going to talk about? As promised, last week we went over extension cords, using the proper extension cord for the job at hand. Outside versus inside, gauges and all that stuff. So we went over that. That was the last video I did on, what was the number of that? That would have been number 40, because this would be 42. So yeah, that's the number it did. So as promised, we're going to go over kitchen safety, because Thanksgiving's coming up. It'll be on Thursday, so that's in 5 days. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 4 or 5 days, if I can do my math right. So, but today we're going to go over kitchen safety for Thanksgiving, some things you can do to keep your family safe. So, one of the things I want to talk about was, what the heck do they even call that thing? Deep frying. Deep frying. That's what I want to talk about. I've been researching it most of the day, but we'll talk about deep frying a turkey outside. I've had deep fried turkey in the past. I won't eat it now because I'm following Dr. Wallick's diet. So anything deep fried I don't eat. But so I looked it up, and National Fire Protection Association discourages the use of outdoor gas fueled turkey fryers. And the reason why they do that is because they're prone to having accidents. So they believe that turkey fryers that use cooking oil currently designed are not suitable for safe use even by well-informed and careful customers. These turkey fryers use a sufficient quantity of cooking oil at a high temperature, and units currently available for the home use pose a significant danger that hot oil be released at some point during the cooking process. In other words, spillage. You're going to see below, I left a whole definition to it below. So, in a video on there, so you can actually see that. There's going to be a couple video links on there about deep frying turkeys in those frying pans for outside. So if you're going to go ahead and do that and use those frying pans, a couple of safety tips when you do it. Never ever deep fry a frozen turkey. A couple of the videos you'll see below that I put links to, you'll see it just splatters that oil everywhere. Why does that happen? Because you're putting a frozen turkey in there in the 350 degrees of oil, and that's going to thaw real fast, releasing water. Water will turn to steam almost instantly because you're at 350 degrees. Water boils at 212 degrees Fahrenheit, so it's going to spill the oil out, cause a mess, cause flame to spread. So never ever dip a froze turkey into one of those. Put the deep fryer outside on a flat, hard surface away from structures and combustibles. What I mean by structures, your house, anywhere next to your house, you want to keep it far away from your house on a flat, hard surface. You don't want to do it on a deck. If you do get spillage on a deck, especially a wooden deck, you're going to create fire spread, falls in between the boards, gets underneath the deck, can cause a fire in your deck. Not in your garage, definitely not in your basement. Yeah, we've had people cook these turkeys in their basement with a deep fryer. Some crazy stuff. We've had people do it in their garage and they've had bad results with it because it spilled over. Don't fill the pot, the cooking pot up all the way to the top with oil. Make sure you measure it, how much oil you're going to need, and you just use that amount of oil. Never heat the oil above 350 degrees Fahrenheit. You don't want to boil it over because you can actually boil the oil and turn it dark. Turn the burner off when you're putting the turkey into the pot. So when you're about to lower the turkey into the pot, you want to make sure you shut off the burner. That way, if the oil does spill over, it doesn't have an open flame, and you don't have an oil fire happening. You kill the heat to the fire. And once you get the turkey in, you can turn the heat back up, the heat back on, take it back up to temperature. Keep a fire extinguisher rated. That's rated for oil nearby. That's an A, B, C. As you remember, A is for ash, B is for barrel, C is for circuit. So you want to keep a fire extinguisher nearby that's properly rated. Place the turkey in slowly when you do it. As I was researching this, the one video showed a guy putting a turkey in the middle with a holder, and two of them used a broom handle, if you would, and lowered the turkey in so they were both distance away from it. Wear gloves and safety gear and apron. As I was studying this, I seen people using deep fryers and they were wearing those things that go in your feet, the flip-flops. They were wearing flip-flops, shorts and everything, and I'm all about shorts. But man, you're next to that, you put French fries in the fryer, you know how that grease, that oil splats up and gets you. You can just imagine a 20-pound turkey or 15-pound turkey getting dropped in there, and that oil bubbling over on you. Don't stand closer than you have to, for obvious reasons. Never, ever, 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 ever leave a fryer unattended, ever. So, I've seen a lot of bad things with people, and that's the number one cause of house fires is unattended food for kitchen fires. It's a number one thing. So you never want to leave it unattended. You have an open flame, you have combustible materials in there burning. So you always want to leave that, pay attention to it and be with it. The second thing is keep children away from the fryer for obvious reasons. You're frying food, anything happens, spills or whatever, they're not playing around it, they won't get hurt. So getting back in, we're gonna do kitchen safety right now. So if you're using a deep fryer, please use extreme cautions. There's a lot of things that can go wrong. A lot of things can happen in the blink of an eye. So I don't like using them. I have a couple friends that use them. They're pretty good at it. Like I said, it is pretty good, but I don't think it's worth the risk. I'd go down the street and just get it. That's what the NFPA recommends. Get it from somebody that does it every day, where they do it in a commercial kitchen. Now we're getting into Thanksgiving safety in the kitchen. So everything I'm saying right now will be put below. Thanksgiving is leading day of the year for home fires involving cooking equipment. Why is that? Because you're cooking. That's pretty simple, right? Stay in the kitchen when you are cooking on the stove sub so you can keep an eye on the food. I see people leave the kitchen, food's cooking, they don't pay any attention, they lose track of it. And if you are cooking a chicken in your home, or not a chicken, we don't eat chicken, we just had chicken. We just had chicken for dinner. But if you're cooking a turkey, stay home while it's cooking. 10 years ago, I just celebrated my 10 years where I work. And on my, I think it was second day we got a fire. It was Thanksgiving Day. We were getting our dinner ready to cook. We got a fire call. Somebody left the turkey in the oven, forgot about it, come home, house was filled with smoke and everything else. They had to go get another turkey. They had to get a new oven. It's just stayed in the oven, but they forgot about it. They put it in. Thought it was at a lower temperature. It was at a higher temperature. There was no more turkey left. So stay home while you're cooking, using the oven. If you're cooking on top of the stove, you want to make sure that you're around for that too. Stay in the kitchen. Keep children away. We talked about this. I'll put my other video. We talked about kitchen safety. A 3-foot circle around the stove. Make sure children aren't around it. Best thing to do is put them in another room, give them something to do, puzzles or what like that. Let them watch a Macy Days parade or whatever your tradition is. That's what you want to do. You don't want kids in the kitchen during that time because it's a busy time. Everything's moving around. Keep the area clear that you're working in. People come in, lay stuff down, put stuff here, put stuff there, and you make it like a tripping hazard. You're moving food around. Just some common sense things. Keeps knives out of the reach of children. Electrical cords up on the counter, not hanging over the counter, obvious reasons. One of the biggest things is when you are cooking, it's the biggest thing I see all the time. Even at work, I see guys cooking, they do the handle. So that's one of my little pet peeves. I always turn that in away so you can't bump it. Even if you turn around and bump it, put your hand here, or something happens, it spills down and burns. So always keep your pot handle turned inward so you don't bump them. Don't leave any combustibles on top of the stove, wooden spoon, mitts, stuff like that, so they can catch. Keep them away. Excuse me. Always cook with a lid. You know what I mean? So if something does happen, you have a small fire, you can smother the fire. So we did a video on this, and it's funny is in the fire service, it's like we repeat. It's always the same thing. Always about fire safety and what you can do to prevent it from happening. So let's see. Let me take a look at my notes. You're going to see all this anyhow. Make sure your smoke alarms are working. That's a common thing. We're coming towards the end of the month. That's how I knew dinner was done when I was married. I'm just kidding. No, not really. But anyhow. And I'll leave a link to the NFPA right there. But just cook with caution. Use common sense. Basically the same thing. But if you do have a small fire and you attempt to put it out, you think you put it out, extinguish the fire, kill the heat, whatever. If for any reason something's going on, you don't think you can extinguish the fire, just get out. When you leave, close the door behind you to help contain the fire. Call 911 or a local emergency number from outside your home. once you get outside. All right. The leading cause of kitchen fires, and I already said this, is unattended cooking. So a lot of times it is, especially people, I don't know, what would you call it the day before Thanksgiving? Thanksgiving Eve, if you would, right? Is the heaviest drinking night of the year. People are going to be off the following day. They don't have to go to work. They're putting up with the in-laws. Probably why I drink too, but no, I'm just kidding there too, seriously. No, maybe, I don't know. So, but it's a heavy night drinking. So that's the worst thing to do. And back in a couple years ago, I was running a fire department. Is every Friday night and every Saturday night, guaranteed from 2 to 3:30, we were going to get a call for some of the high-rise apartment buildings. People come home from the bars. Oh, I want some hot dogs. They throw some hot dogs on the thing. They've had a lot of adult beverages. They go in the living room. They sleep. Next thing you know, they have a fire on their stove. So it's not good to do that when you've been drinking. To be cooking. So, like I said, everybody here at Team Walters want to wish you and your family a happy Thanksgiving. We want you to have a safe, happy Thanksgiving. If you're a veteran, thank you for your service. If you're going in the military, thank you for your future service. And anybody that has passed serving in the military, thank you very much. Freedom's not free. And today's a day, or Thursday's going to be a day of Thanksgiving. So I thank you from the bottom of my heart for your service. If you like what we're doing here at Team Walters, you want to be part of our team, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell so we'll notify you when we put out videos. If you have any questions or concerns, I'll put my contact information below, but you can email at teamwalters133@gmail. Teamwalters133@gmail. Till next time, happy Thanksgiving, everybody.